So since this study is worked on characterizing journalism through the eyes of journalism and digital media students, I felt it was necessary to look into the differences on how both of these fields, journalism and digital journalism, were viewed and their state in Lebanon. So as mentioned, one well-rounded definition of journalism is quite impossible. So for the purpose of this study, journalism was observed in 3 different ways, including journalism as a service, journalism as a profession, and journalism as a practice, all of which were introduced by a former journalist and academic named Barbie Zelizer. This would help basically reflect how the journalists and scholars view this specialty. It will display the key purpose of the study of focusing on journalism characteristics, areas of study, and work aspirations among current students. So when we say journalism as a service, many journalists tend to believe that journalism is an act of service, which means working on the public interest in mind and thinking of the needs of a healthy citizenship. Here, journalists require skills to inform the public with accurate information, including implementing ethics, creating common language with citizens, and assessing news relevance and judgment among audiences. Then when we say journalism as a profession, this includes, what Zelizer says, a set of professional activities by which one qualifies to be called a journalist. So the idea of journalism as a profession includes viewing the topic of journalism as a body of knowledge, and a set of competencies. This includes a knowledge on current events, an understanding of various topics that journalists may cover, proficient skills in writing, interviewing, fact-checking, as well as a promise to fulfill values and roles. And finally, journalism as a practice. This puts a focus on the applied and hands-on part of journalism. It revolves around procedures, methods, and exercises executed to gather and present information. This can include developing computer literacy skills, maintaining objectivity, focusing on government issues, applying independence, verification, and loyalty. Next, we focused on digital journalism. The digital revolution has transformed the way journalism is described, but what is it? Digital journalism is sending information to audiences in digital form. This can vary from text, audio, or video, and it includes journalists utilizing tools like emails, laptops, tablets, mobile phones, voice recorders, blogs, self-publishing tools, digital video recorders, and more. So in other words, what really differs between traditional journalism and digital journalism are not the values and the procedures, but rather the tools and the technologies that are used. When it comes to the state of digital journalism in Lebanon, there has been, first of all, a difference in how digital journalism can be translated across the media landscape, especially if we want to first compare Lebanon with the United States. So for example, in the US, almost every major newspaper offered an online edition to its subscribers by the early 2000s. In Lebanon, newsrooms have continued to struggle with digitization, and the results or the reasons for that are the lack of development, such as sectarianism in the media, lack of funds, and limited media freedom. The country's lack of infrastructure and limited international bandwidth may also constitute as reasons for this slow evolution. However, when it comes to audiences, they all understand the importance of digitization because, as prior research shows, 86% of the Lebanese believe that the internet is an important source of information, while 75% believe social media is significant for consuming information. In regards to digital journalism in educational institutions in Lebanon, they are following suit with these industry changes and these technologies. A number of universities have now added courses that revolve around multimedia, social media, and digital media as core content, and others have actually revamped their entire curricula and used these terms in their degree names.